Hey, what's up guys? It's Wolfgang back with another Dorkfish collection review, and I'm doing a special one to me today, guys. It's Mezco's 1/12 scale, the Golden Age, the Joker. Anyone who knows me knows Joker is my favorite comic book character of all time, so I'm so happy to do this one. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Created in 1940 for the first issue of Batman, the Joker made his way to comic book infamy. He was supposed to be killed off in his first issue, but instead they let him live, and he went on to become a phenomenon and juggernaut in pop culture, comics, movies, you name it. So guys, the Joker is a character who doesn't really need introduction. Everyone pretty much so knows what you need to know about him, from comic history, movies, so many different interpretations. My favorite being Mark Hamill from the Batman the Animated Series. But there's so many other good interpretations out there, from Jack Nicholson to Heath Ledger. I'm excited to see what the Caped Crusader show does. With its second season, they kind of teased him at the end of their first season. So there's so many great interpretations, and hopefully many more to come. But let's talk about this interpretation, the Golden Age one by Mezco here, right? Alright, and getting into the package first, there you have him on the front, the Joker, in his original appearance look. Really love it. I think the figure doesn't quite capture it. It's its own stylized version. Got Joker on the side, but I do love the box, and I do love the figure. There's the back. You'll see some action shots, and all the little cool accessories we're going to get into. That's the box, guys. Alright, and as far as accessories go, he comes with a nice spread of them. We're going to start with, as always, they've got the tray with the arm, and the little 1/12 scale bag that you can put stuff in. The stand looks nice, well done, well painted, but we've come for the other accessories like the head and fists that come on him in package. Now, he does come with 3 heads, and a very, very unique part of that is not just the individual sculpts. So you've got this head here, the laughing head. You've got this gesturing face here. And you'll notice different hair sculpts. You've got his happy or regular face there. But each one of them, all the hair is interchangeable. There's a section you just got to pop off that feeds from the back. See the gap starting to form there. They're a little tough to get off. But once you get them off, boom, you've got this peg port on the head and the hair all the way across the board, so you can change the hair out with each one. Now, this is important because you can not only diversify the looks with the heads and the hair, but you come with this hat. And this hat is very well done. There's texturing around the brim. Maybe tough to see, but it's very, very well done. But it pegs on to any of the heads the same way. So you can get that look right there with any of the heads or any of the hair across any of the heads. So that's important to note. He comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of hands. The fisted hands you see on him now, as well as some gesturing hands for both the right and left. Just scan that out. There you go. Nice bunched up gloves. See the bunching across the arms, or the fingers, I should say, which stretching the glove. What I like that's on each one of them, you see this little point here where the palm is slightly exposed. They painted that very well across all of the hands. You get this hand, like you saw at the beginning of the video, that's holding a Joker card. Very well done. And you can see where they had taken care of the back of it before putting on the hand, so extra detail there. You've got this kind of gripping hand here. This gesturing hand. Kind of hand looks like you would place across the stomach if he was taking a bow, or if he was displaying something, showing something off. Gripping hand looks like it would go around someone's throat. And this is a really cool one, the Joy Buzzer hand. Hands look fantastic. Pretty nice array of them. Although we got 2 sets of kind of relaxed or kind of stylized gesturing hands. The only thing I wish we would have gotten with those is maybe some trigger hands to go around the gun. Tommy guns and under regular guns, I think would have been cool, but unfortunately we didn't. But moving along, we have this police badge. You notice a little porthole in it because it also comes with this little acid piece. Now, we're used to, most people think of the flower that sits on his chest, but this, peg in blue, spits the acid. Although it would be cool to see a flower one, which I think we're getting with the Batman Animated Series Joker. So, could be an interchangeable thing there. It does come with the Joker belt, his utility belt. Little extra piece that extends off of the belt. And this really, really cool newspaper, which has Joker still at large on the front, pictures of the Joker. It's got some cool little Easter eggs like a 1/12 scale Robin on the back and some other stuff in here. And it's a full paper, so pages all the way across, stuff in each page. And there are some little Mezco things here and there in it. So it is very, very cool, and it comes apart. Very well done. So I think a very, very good spread of accessories for the most part. Maybe I would like to have a dagger, maybe a deck of card display where the hand's fanning it out, and maybe, like I said, trigger hands for him to hold guns. I think would be probably the kind of things I would want otherwise to come with this. But as far as what we got, very good. Just those few things I think we missed out on. Otherwise, good stuff. So fairly happy with that. But now we're gonna go ahead and move into aesthetics. All right, and in aesthetics, I think this figure looks phenomenal. I love the exaggerated proportions, the jawline, the chin, the eyebrows, the eyes, how expressive the faces are. I think it captures the Golden Age fairly well. Is it 100% accurate to the Golden Age look? No. To be honest, if you look at the Golden Age look, even the box art for the box itself, it's not true to that. That being said, the Golden Age feel of comics within Mezco, being a Mezco interpretation of the Golden Age, I think it is fantastic. It fits in with any of the noir gangster stuff they have put out, such as The Shadow or any of their other major gangster, Dick Tracy stuff, their Golden Age Batman stuff. I think it fits in very, very well. So I am very pleased with it. Looking at some of the faces closer, like his standard face. Eyes are dotted very nicely. Get the black put in, the red lips, teeth are done well. You got a little bit of that tongue right there. The hair is very fine and textured. Not a big wash across it, but a small one. So you can get some texturing and layering there. I think for the most part, the gappage is hid pretty well. Looks fairly hidden, so I don't think you got any worries there. Overall, I think that head looks fantastic. You've got, of course, his laughing head. Now you'll see a little more of the purple around the eyes with this one. It's very, very faint on the other faces, but you get more of that. Nice little scrunching and patterns. I think it looks very, very good on this one. And of course, the head that's on him now, which we're gonna take off to get a little closer. Very well done. Love this look in particular. This may be my favorite head, honestly. It's just so, you use it for so many different things, so many menacing things for Joker poses. So I really love this head. Rest of the body looks great. The hands are textured perfectly. The clothing is very well done. I love this green here. Love this purple in general. You've got the stripes on the pants all the way around. Looking at the shoes, nice and textured. Got the laces painted up in them. You got your green socks underneath. Yeah, they're so well done. Very well textured. Nothing but peg holes at the bottom. The jacket is bendy wire all the way from, I think, this part all the way down and back. So, see, you can move the tail of the jacket around and it'll hold fairly well in different spots, right? So I think, aesthetically speaking, he looks great. Even some of his other accessories look fantastic. No complaints at all. I think if there was any big critiques on the aesthetics, it's that he does not look faithful to the Golden Age Joker in the face. But I think that's the only thing holding it back. Otherwise, I really do enjoy the look of this figure. They did a really good job. So with that, we are going into articulation. And he's a fairly articulate figure. I think he is the best body any of the Jokers have been on from Mezco. Maybe except for the Gotham by Gaslight. I have owned all of them at one point. I did at one point have to shrink my collection down, so unfortunately I had to get rid of those and some of the customs I had. But having owned every Mezco Joker, including the MDX, I think particularly I enjoyed this one's body the most. Very, very well done. So he is, as you know, double ball joint head and then the neck. So obviously you can turn his head all the way around if you want. You can get him looking up that far, get him looking down that far. Of course, you can get some tilts, some pivots, and movement, and the neck is involved in that. But you can get some good rotation out of that. His shoulders go up about that far, so not quite a T-pose. And then because of the nature of the clothes and jacket, you can't get them up as far as you really want without fudging a little or taking the jacket off. When you take the jacket off, you're going to get a little better range. But otherwise, he does have his bicep swivel, which swivels just fine. Double jointed elbows, get him up into there. The regular hinge you'll see, ball hinge, works great and then turns all the way around, so no complaints there. Diaphragm, because of the nature of the kind of clothes he has on, it's tougher to kind of turn. You can turn it, but see, it is going to hold and restrict a little bit. But you've got that there. You've got a double. You also can, let's see here, you can crunch them side to side, just a touch. And then you've got the lower, which I think is a little more limited, personally. Going forward and back, side to side, you can turn that too, but you've got a better turn up top than you do down below. It could be because that's where all the clothes is bunching. So just a thought there. But leg kicks up that far. Get them out pretty decently far for having pants. They're going to catch. That is what it is. Double jointed knee. Can just about kick himself in the butt. Does have a thigh swivel, of course. And then he's got his ankle, which is, I believe, a double ball joint. No, feels like a hinge. So it is a hinge. So you can get down that far, up that far, turn it, and you got a little bit of a pivot there. Not a lot, but it'll do for what you need Joker to do. So he is not the most articulated Mezco, but he is very good. I think that there's still better movement on him than there is a lot of other Jokers from the Mezco market, especially with the elbows, arms, and so forth. Despite some of the limitations you have with cloth, that's going to be always a thing with Mezco, is you will, in some figures, trade off the articulation for the aesthetic look. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you're more of an articulation guy, you're going to want to go with a figure that doesn't cover heavy in cloth like this. But if you're like me and you love the cloth look, which is particularly why I like Mezco, is the cloth look is so detailed and so well done, then you're going to be okay with that. He looks fantastic, and he'll move just how you need him to. I've got some really good poses out of him for pictures, which will be up at the end of the video if you watch to the end or skip to the end, whatever you want to do, or look on my Instagram. So just for that, the articulation is good. Not the best in the world, but it'll do. So all that being said, guys, let's get into some size comparisons. And here he is next to the Mezco 112 scale Pennywise the Dancing Clown and the 112 scale Art the Clown. And here he is next to the 112 scale Sovereign Knight Batman and one of my custom Scarecrows. And here he is next to the NECA supervillain Joker figure. So here he is next to the DC Collect and Connect Killer Croc and Clayface, and they tower over him. And here he is next to a couple of Marvel equivalents, the Marvel Legends Green Goblin and the Marvel Legends Carnage. So all that being said, guys, I think this figure is amazing. I absolutely love how he scales. I love how he looks. His articulation is great. For the most part, I think he comes with a great array of accessories. Everything about this one is a total win to me. I have even got some custom heads made, like a Jack Nicholson head to go with him. So many different things about this figure I can go on about. Ultimately, I do think it is Mezco's best figure for the Joker so far. I know they're going to do more. They are always progressing and upgrading this character. So I'm looking forward to see what they do next with him. But until then, guys, this is my Joker in the collection, my favorite. That being said, I am going to bring this review to an end. I appreciate you for watching all the way through. I do hope you like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. What is your favorite Mezco Joker or your favorite Joker interpretation throughout comics, film, animation? And with that being said, guys, thank you. Wolfgang is out. Have a killer day. Later.